Hey.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. I saw your question about whether I was going to start it right as I'm trying to log in myself.
Okay.
I
By the way, we are live now.
oh, we're live. Okay, super. We're live, and there's no one here.
Yeah.
We'll see if anyone.
I don't think that anyone is watching us right as of now on the stream because I have let's see, maybe just one or two people, some of our subscribers.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and
one person.
Agenda up.
Yeah.
Just here.
Oh, we have it like for 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Someone's trying to join. Ahmed. Yeah. Hello, Ahmed.
Hi, John.
How are you? Karen is joining us today, and he is live streaming this.
Just for fun.
Yep. I told him it's going to be highly exciting, but go ahead if you want to.
Are you from the Cloud Study Network?
Exactly.
Okay, I just attended one on Jackal.
Oh, yeah, we just concluded this one.
I said hi from North Carolina. I am the one.
Yeah, I remember now. Nice.
Very good. I hope you heard about him from me. Did you hear about him from me, Ahmed?
I don't remember. You may have mentioned it, but you did plug in and mention the Cloud Study Network, and I just love it. I mean, they have so many things there, like freebies.
Yep.
I just passed my Scrum Fundamental certification.
Oh, did you get the Scrum certification through Karen's group?
Well, I mean, they plugged in that Scrum Study courses, right? They are free.
Yep. Yeah, I attended that. I kind of dropped out. It was hard for me to stay interested in talking about meetings. But I've been in so many agile things and seen it so many different ways. But I'll try it again.
Yeah, it's not too bad. The first one is, I mean, it's free and it's very basic. So
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you should be able to pass it even without studying. But I mean,
yep.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. It's very basic. Some of them are just common sense, stuff.
Right. So, Karen, where are you based?
I'm near Nuremberg in Germany.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great. How far is that from Holland?
Well, we are in southern Germany. It's rather far, I would say. In European measures, it's something like, I don't know, like 500 kilometers.
Okay.
I used to study somewhere very close near the Dutch border in Germany still. But now, because of the career and everything, moved to southern Germany, which is kind of a little bit more prosperous and rich and everything, more jobs.
Yeah, I actually visited Holland, Eindhoven, a couple of times for the Philips project we were doing. So I was there for like a few months in Eindhoven. Wow. And I think Eindhoven is close to German border, right?
I'm not very good in Dutch geography, but it seemed to be a major cities there.
Right. It's a home of Philips.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, we're still waiting. We're not yet at the we start talking anything serious, but I do want to say this. We got another person joining. That's good. Good. Oh no, that's the Quick Labs beeping. Okay. Yes. So part of the thing was last week we finished out the. I love these guys.
Oh, they just disabled one of the labs, so
They're
you're stuck.
Is
And-
it the same thing as the Saints South Bless Your Heart?
yeah. So last week I asked these guys to unlock this lab, and they sent me an email saying they had unlocked it, but when you come in, it's still locked, and they're all locked, which kind of gets back to the other topic. So we're running out of things to do for this.
Oh, you are so far with AWS Labs?
So on the AWS labs, I think I've done every single one that they have. The only thing I've got open are like GCP labs. So AWS. If I go here, where do you go to where it shows all the labs? Home.
It's your public profile. You have to find it somewhere. My learning, probably, right?
Okay.
View your public profile.
Yeah, that's so AWS, 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 AWS. Man, I've knocked them all out. I don't have any. There's no more AWS labs. So with that said, if you come here, it's not the one. Let's go to this one. Not that one. Okay, this is it. So I was like, well, what can we do? So let's see, maybe it's before this. It is. Okay, let's go back here. I was going through this trying to make a lab quiz. So let's back it up. AWS sample labs, maybe. I don't know where it is. So here, directly from AWS, if you go to this, I was like, sweet, we can do these, right? We'll take these and make them free. And then I noticed, oh, this is Quick Labs. So AWS is still touting Quick Labs. Well, people aren't really, I've done them all. People don't seem to be interested in them. They're always broken. So there's these other ones here, which I think that we could do. We could do one of these. We could do one of those, or let's find where we're at. We could do one of these, or we could do the EDX series, which is free. There is someplace I literally got it from you, I think, Karen, from your group, or Andrew posted it. There is a free AWS lab. And let's see, programs. AWS free. There's this one, but that's like $400. I'm not gonna do that one. Maybe this one. This one is free. There was another one that was free that I found, which was on SageMaker. And so I was like, I've done SageMaker. That's somewhat interesting. So I thought maybe what we would do is just do, I guarantee you, if you do that class, it's going to come through and have you do something like this particular GitHub repo, right? And you could just go here and do it, right? It's going to tell you how to do it, install it, how it works, yada, 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 and give you a sample. My only complaint about this is if you're in Quick Labs, you're not going to have any cost. But if you do it this way, you are going to have a cost because you're going to have an account on AWS. Now you could play the game of creating a fake email, and someone's asking me, yes, we're in there now. So give this guy the link. I wants a link. Let me give it to him real quick. Are you guys seeing those pop-ups?
Yep.
Are you seeing? Are they popping up on my? Maybe not. All right. All right. So we're still in the this section. So anything new this week with you guys? My big thing was going to Karen's joint meeting with Linda's Capital Region on Stack Blitz and Firebase. That was like a nearly 3-hour stream. It took me about 4 or 5 hours to do all that code, but I really enjoyed that. I don't know if any of you guys saw that.
That was yesterday, right? I was in that.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, really good.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that it's kind of for beginners with Firebase also, so it's not a advanced course.
Yeah, I liked it because the guy did it with JavaScript, and I don't know JavaScript. So trying to say what's the difference between JavaScript and Angular and JavaScript and React and all that good stuff, you cut that out by just going to core JavaScript. And he mentioned Dart and Flutter, which I'm a big fan of. Welcome, Balaji. How are you?
Hey, John. Thank you. For some reason, I don't see the invite, or probably I missed accepting the meetup.
So you may have missed that. So what I was saying last week was I want to keep the AWS and the Google stuff separate.
Right.
So we had the AWS stuff on the Google calendar, and I took that off. And then I said, if you want to get an invite, send me an email, and I will add you to the invite using my personal email for AWS. And then the link should be updated on the meetup. So in the meetup, did it not have the same meeting info, or maybe you didn't get a chance to look at it?
No, I went to the meetup and I clicked the link there, and
it brought you here, right?
Yep.
Yep. So I updated that, and that link will be this link going forward. If you just want the calendar invite, you have to send me an email. And I can put
I will do that, John. Thanks.
Yep. So the guy's saying that the Alexa lab is under construction, so we're not going to be able to do the Alexa lab. So the question is, do you want to do one of these things where you got to pay computer time, or do you want me to go back and do one of the AWS labs that's available? We can do like a SageMaker, maybe, if there's one up there. Or, whatever one you guys want me to do, I'll do. But this looks kind of lame. Let's put in AWS. This guy's waiting to join the meeting. Use this link. Okay, and is someone over here trying to get in? Is Mark trying to get in here? I don't see him. So Mark is messaging me via Slack trying to get in. So just wait a second. We're waiting on you. Yeah, we're waiting on you. I'm not even going to say that. All right. So back. So there we go. All right. Hello, Mark. Can you hear us? Hello, your mic is muted, Mark.
Thanks for telling me. How you guys doing? Sorry I'm late. Hope you're all well.
That's all right. So, like I was saying to Balaji, the meetup link should point to this meeting, and that'll be. And then, if you wanted a calendar invite, last week I was saying send me an email, and I'll post my email again so that you can get a calendar invite from that email, and so you don't even have to worry about meetup. With that said, Karen from the Cloud Study Network in Nuremberg is here, and he is streaming this today to show how what we're doing. So it's already being recorded. And Karen yesterday had the awesome StatBlitz Firebase stream that was GDP centric. I did look up, by the way. I was like, one of the things I was thinking about doing today was let's do something that's the equivalent of Firebase. There's a Stack Overflow post where all these guys are talking about what's the similar thing. And then one guy, so here's like, use these 3 services to get the equivalent of the one service Firebase. And then I think it was one of these other guys had another link. Maybe it's the Amplify, but I thought it was like MobileNet or something. So I was like, we could do that.
Well, why not just use Firebase then? Puff emphasized that a lot of it is free.
Yeah. So, but I was like, equivalent. I like that so much. I was like, I wonder for the AWS guys, since we got to do something, what could we do? Like I said, we can't do this guy here. He's still trying to figure out for the Alexa Lab. We can't do the Alexa Lab. The alternative is enroll in this and do these, but I'm not a big fan of doing that because you got to watch a video, and I would prefer just to read something and follow it. The other choice is, maybe it's not that it's here, is just do these, but you got to do these inside of your own account. So or I could just go back to over here and just pick up a lab and redo it. So whatever you guys want me to do, let me know, and we'll go that route.
Yeah, all the ways seem to be interesting. Have any one of you heard of Honeycode?
I don't know Honeycode. Honeycode. Is this this thing here? Okay, Honeycode.
I don't know if maybe just not in the scope of your interest here in this kind of study group, but what Honeycode in essence is a low-code, no-code platform which was just recently rolled out by Amazon to enable so-called citizen developers, people who are not actual coders, software developers, but still they are kind of, with this kind of platforms, they can go ahead and create their own solutions pretty seamlessly. I'm not experienced, neither familiar with this platform, but it's like generally where the whole developer trend is going into, in a kind of providing tools which allow seamlessly to create solutions, like maybe partially visually or without much coding, you know.
Yep, interesting. I don't know anything about it. That's interesting. I do also know one other thing. The guy mentioned Lex that was going to give the talk. There is a Lex lab we could do this one, and that would kind of prep us for his talk. To be honest with you, that's what I'm kind of leaning for. It's free. We can do it here, and then when the guy gives a talk, we'll know kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, looks interesting.
You want to do this?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. All right. We'll start this lab then. By the way, today, if you don't have an account with QuickLab, before that, pardon me, I'm getting ahead of myself. If you don't have a account on QuickLabs, today or yesterday on Twitter, QuickLabs put out yet another link to get you free access for a month. And we did that this morning at the 10 o'clock lab for GCP. I'll give you the link real quick. So if you don't have a QuickLabs account, go to this link, and then this is the code 1Q Fuse 063. You would have to do the first lab there and then get your free month. And then if you finished all the labs, you would get the full thing. But that's from QuickLabs. One last thing before we do that lab, we're at the quiz and solution discussion. Let's go ahead and do a quiz real quick, and I'll give you the link for that. And I'll play along with you. This is not as difficult as the GCP labs. They're still kind of like in process. And I'll let you know when we have people connected. Karen, you want to play along with us? Since your guys typically do real well on these, we'll see how you do.
Yeah.
All right. I'll pull up a link myself. All right, so we have 3 people in. Anybody else want to get in before we start it?
Go ahead.
We need to ask for name to enter. I think this time we did not ask. Is that normal?
I think you have to log in so that it knows who you are.
No, you just have to put any name, like you can put your name or whatever you want.
Yeah, but it didn't ask me. I think it has a log out button. Maybe I have to log out and log in again, or maybe it recognizes me already. Let me log out and log in.
Oh yeah. Once I entered my name, it says log out on top right corner. Probably it's just enough to have name to be a user.
I logged in again.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else want to get in before we hit start?
I shared the link also on the stream, so people on the stream, if you want to take part in this evaluation quiz of your AWS knowledge, just feel free to join it.
Got 11 people. Rock and roll. Karen, you get here and everybody comes in. This is, there's no award, and these are kind of hacked up questions, but it's really just get you a feel for how do you do AWS, and these I think were centered around the labs that we did last week, and I didn't put any in this week other than the ones for SageMaker, but it turns out we're going to do Lex. So, c'est la vie. All right, starting on 3, 2, 1. And you can, since this is sharing, you can get par by just clicking what I click.
Interesting. It says S3 is bucket storage. I thought it's general name is object storage. Bucket is just the term they use.
It's simple storage service. That's like a fake answer putting simplex there, but it's like bucket storage. I think this is this one. So like S3, cloud storage, Firebase. What's the other one? They're all kind of like directory file type mechanism. Buckets and objects. So it's interesting. Lambdas also are anonymous functions in Python, but in this case, AWS Lambda is a kind of like cloud functions. These are a lot simpler than the GCP ones, but you know, we're just starting up this users group and we'll try and get it going. Yeah, I think the problem there is it does not support R.
Did we not do this question last week, John?
Yeah,
I remember seeing this. Yeah.
it was last week. So I haven't deleted any from this because we haven't reached 20 yet.
Okay.
The key there is they don't support Swift. So like Objective-C, Swift, or OS X, if you're one of those developers, you'll have that. So the thing that makes that wrong is it's not limited to running in a container. So I don't think that's the right way to look at it. We spent a long time talking about this last week, how they differ from GCP. The AWS commands will often use dashes to combine words. Oh, that may not have an ARN in it. No, that's right. Okay. Key there is GCP will often use a dash dash word equals. They don't do that. So that's not that style. So they're talking AWS. I got that wrong. It is SQS. You gotta have a dash in it. Ah, and that one had an equals in it. So that's the mistake there. All right, and kind of thinking we might do the SageMaker stuff. I threw in SageMaker questions, but we picked Lex instead. Really, now that I look at this, this should be spelt with a space. And that's a typo. It should say, but it does not have any pipeline capabilities. But it does not. It's an edit. It needs to be manipulated. I've got to my to-do list. Question 12. Turns out SageMaker does have pipeline capabilities built in. So with SageMaker, just like Jupyter, you have Jupyter Lab, which is like a organizes notebooks, and you have just the notebooks. You can do the same thing with SageMaker or on AWS. You can either use the Studio or the direct notebook instances. I kind of find it better to do just the direct notebook instances. For me, because I can set up Git repos separately. I don't think you can set up Git repos. Okay, yeah. Which lends itself to this next one. I tried this different ways. You can have a Git repo that's on Amazon, but you can also use one that's separate. And the one that you use separate actually works out pretty good. Being able to like do things on your local workstation and the one that's hosted up in the cloud.
That's really annoying that you cannot change your answer once you tipped one of the options.
Yeah. Like I said, this would be a good thing that we could write ourselves, right? So maybe that would be something to do. Like now that we know how to do a little bit of Firebase, build a Firebase app that does this. There's no winners or losers here. This is really just to kind of get you in the feel of being able to answer AWS questions.
Come on, man! I did so well.
Okay, very good, very good, very good. I'm sorry the questions are bad. I need to work.
No,
on that.
the last one actually, I tried to change it because I didn't notice R,
Yeah,
and then after I said true, and then I noticed R, but I couldn't change it.
yeah. Dude, I had to double check it, but it looks like native, and I had to throw in natively because you can do R with. You can do R in Jupyter notebooks, right? But you can do R in SageMaker, but you have to go through a process of like setting up an external kernel. Out of the box, you don't get it, but you can, and that's why I threw in the word natively.
So one question, John. So when it grades, it actually takes into account how quickly you responded?
I think so. I think
Okay.
so. All right, so we'll launch this. We'll close. This guy will see if he ever comes back to us. All right, open a console. I clicked open console. Let's get rid of some of this stuff.
Can you, John, share the link, direct link to the labs?
Yep. Let me get rid of this. This is all from the GCP stuff. That we did data fusion in GCP, which is this thing, which reminded me of the KNIME thing. I don't know if you ever use KNIME in the lab. That lab looks like it's changed. So let me post this. Do you ever use KNIME, Karen? You ever use that?
No. What is it?
So I thought it was open source. I think it maybe had been at one time, but I used this in a class one time. And I thought it was kind of cool how you can drag nodes and set up flows to do like ML and data analysis. And when we were doing that data fusion thing, I was like, this kind of reminds me of this. But data fusion is a wrapper on Spark jobs. This doesn't wrap Spark, but it'll like say like, I want an Excel reader, and I want to get some statistics from the Excel spreadsheet I'm going to read, and then I want to separate it into a training and validation data set. Then he's going to do some machine learning on it, and then he's going to predict with it, and he will also predict from the separate cross-validation data set. And then he's going to write like, a score to like do accuracy, and then like a scatter plot for predictions from the labeler, yada, yada, yada. And you just kind of drag things around and you configure nodes. And that's KNIME. I think it's from Munich.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, it's kind of I did that like way back 2015, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. All right, let's try to do this again. Last time it would not open. There we go. Sweet. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do here. So we've logged in. Make sure we're in Oregon West. Let's close out all of these other labs so that we can make sure that we're only seeing this. Rather than try to find it, I'm just going to type Lex. And it will say Oregon. We're in Oregon. All right, click Get Started. We're going to call it MyBot. Is it a custom one? Custom bot. It says you will create a custom bot. Oh yeah, right there, custom bot. Yep. Okay. Custom. My bot. To use a voice, session timeouts 5 minutes.
Hello, my name is Sally.
Okay, that's great. 5 minutes. Compa, no. Create. All right, this is similar to GCP, intents. Intents and fulfillments. Do they have fulfillments? Nope. Okay. Yeah. Search existing intents, I believe. Yep. I hope you guys are following along. Error handling. I typed copy. Copy. Click the plus button, change it to 2. Oh, maybe I'm not on the right. Looks like this. So there it's the maximum number of retries. You don't need the plus button. Click save. Sorry, can you please repeat that? Yep. Okay. Click save. Click save. Okay. Create intent, order product. We just right here. Okay. So here's a fulfillment. So, okay, very good. Let's see what they're going to do. Nope, they're going to slot types. Okay, so we're going to, it looks like you're looking for ice cream. And it was a create slot with new slot type. Here. Slot type name is product type. Yeah. Frozen yogurt. So we should see slot 1 is there. Okay, that didn't happen there. So it said here, this will replace all ice cream strings with that. Okay. So let's change that to slot 1. There, now we go. All right, very good. Yeah, it says if they're not, highlight each one and yada, yada, yada. All right, in the slot selection, we're going to slot 1 to product type. Which is a types. Ensure that the required is set. Required is set. Okay, I don't see. Do you guys see that? Create product flavor. Select it. In the sample utterance box, highlight chocolate. Okay, so that's up above. Okay, chocolate. Create slot with new slot type, and this is going to be product flavor. Product flavor. And then that should be add slot to intent. That does not, it should have been, which didn't happen again. So we need that to be slot 2. Slot 2. Okay. Yep, that worked. Okay, rename it to product flavor. I want that to be required as well. That is, okay. The right thing. Slot 3 came up, yeah. should also be required. So it should look like this. Orange, green, blue, and then a green, blue, and a blue. All required. Yada, yada, yada. Add prompts to your slots. This is for the product flavor. So basically what they're trying to say is the bot is going to ask this, and then they're expecting that someone's going to say this. And I think it'll like find similar answers and kind of correspond them to it. All right. So we're going to put in 2 prompts for order quantity. I imagine we're going to get rid of that. Did we do? We probably need to remove the city from the other one as well. Do. Okay, let's go back and make sure we don't have any cities in here. Get rid of that one. All right, it's done. Click save intent. All right, save intent again. Build. This is kind of like the Alexa stuff, right? It's like, go. All right, so this failed. So let's see what we got. The slot name, product type, and utterance. So welcome to Quick Labs. All right, so product type. What kind of product would you like to order? Got it. What would you like to order? 2. I would like to order product type.
Is there uppercase, lowercase problem there?
Maybe. Yeah, because there's the type is uppercase. All right, good catch. Who was that?
Tushar.
Bashar, very good. Bashar, very good. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Okay.
Let's see if I say this, if this is right. Shagriya? Shagriya? You speak Hindi?
Sorry, are you asking me?
Yeah, do you speak Hindi?
I do. It's not my mother tongue. I mean, in India, every state has its own language.
Yeah.
But I do speak Hindi also.
Yeah, so is it Shagriya? Is that thank you?
Shukriya, yes. Yes,
Shukriya.
you're right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
That's more Urdu than Hindi.
Yeah, it's
I do believe it's more Urdu than Hindi because when I was in Dubai working, I thought I would learn Arabic. And so I like Shukran, but mostly I learned Urdu because all the guys that I worked with.
okay.
That you would
So Urdu is, my language.
Ah, okay.
And it's a combination of Arabic, Turkish,
Yep.
bunch of languages. So that's why you see some common words there.
What's it called?
Urdu?
Urdu.
Yeah.
Urdu.
URDU.
URDHU, I think.
No, URDU.
Urdu, okay.
URDU, yeah.
So if I say Fir Malinga, is that Urdu or is that Arabic? I mean Hindi. Fir Malinga.
What is
Fir Malinga?
Fir milenge means we'll see you again, right? See you later. Like no.
Oh, Phir Milenge.
Yeah. Where did you pick all this, John?
I speak a southern drawl Urdu, so be aware.
Yeah, that can be
Phir
Hindi,
Milenge,
that can be Urdu also, I guess. Like, a lot of words are common between Hindi and Urdu. I mean,
Right.
I know that. Yeah.
So the thing that got me in Holland was that pineapple is called ananas.
Ananas. Interesting.
And it's the same in Urdu, and I think it's the same in French.
Interesting. All right, so we did build. Woohoo! All right, and we did build work. Good work. On the right side, look for test bot. Okay, test bot. Whoops, that was the wrong thing to click. Test bot. Okay, we'll try to do something here in a second. So, all right, so click. You should try. Your bot should check error by sending a few random strings. All right, let's try this. See if this works. Help. Okay, that's okay. Let's just type it then. All right. Okay, all right, sweet. I want to order ice cream. Oh my God.
Sorry, it's already melted.
It's already melted. Yeah, okay, so let's clear chat history. Let's see. All right, let's just copy. I would like to order chocolate ice cream. Oh my God, how do you spell chocolate ice cream?
Chocolate. CHOCOLAT.
OLED.
CHOCO.
Yeah.
See you. Very good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
No, CO.
Okay, let's try that again then. I would like
Chalk
to.
ULIT is the North American Urdu version.
Yeah.
Would be my go-to, the red line. We'll click on. There we go. There we go. Oh my God!
Oh no.
What junk
Just try candy.
candy? I want candy redone by the.
There you go.
What kind of product would you like?
M&M's.
So I'm like looking like, okay, I would like to order product flavor, product type. Okay, so I would like to order. Did we misspell chocolate? Maybe.
Not the last time. Put it in quotes.
It's supposed to just type.
Ice cream in quotes.
Yeah.
Oh, there
Okay.
it is.
Well, let's try that. Okay, let's do that. Put it in quotes. Goodbye. Oh my God. All right. So
Yeah, try dropping chocolate and putting ice cream in quotes.
okay. Well, maybe it's got to be caps. It shouldn't have to be. Okay, so let's look at this for a second. What would you like to order? So he was. I would like to order product type. Okay, so what is product type? Use available slots. Like, how do you look up what the different product types are? Product type. Here we go. Ice cream and frozen yogurt. So it's expand values. Someone said M&Ms. Let's we'll do like that. Just see what we can. See if we actually get that. Let's build this thing again. Clear chat history. I would like to order that's literally, that is this guy, and product type is M&M. I would like to order M&M. Got me. It's like dialogue flow, but different. I don't know enough to fix it. What does he say over here? What does he actually say to type? Finally, test it by doing this. Okay, well, by God, let's do that. Invalid bot configuration. No usable message given, blah, 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 blah. So slots are 3. We've got 3 slots. That is I would like to order product type. Product type is got ice cream there. What? And then over here, what's up with this? Anybody see what we've got mistaken? It doesn't. Maybe let's try to read it.
So does it have to be candy or ice cream? Can we try something else like pizza or?
Well, it basically, my understanding is that you've got these utterances, right? And they will key into these slots, which I think are kind of like intents and fulfillment. And it literally should work because you're saying, here is something to look for. Here is a response, and it's not working. Return parameters to client. We're not. It's almost like the thing is not working at all. Let's make sure we've saved intent. Let's build it again.
You know, John, my kind of question is it wondering because we did something wrong, or is it failing because even though we've gone through the lab, it's not actually parsing the sentence structure correctly? Like, I would be the first person, would like to is an action string or a verb. The order would be the verb, and you know what I mean? I'm wondering, and then it's like at the end, when we use the product type, if we use M ampersand M, even though we all know that's an M and M, it's kind of a complex short string because of the ampersand might get misconstrued as being operational.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering, that's why, I was saying try with the quotes. Maybe it's just doing something stupid where it can't parse the sentence structure. What do you guys think? Am I just out to lunch here?
I mean, it could be. It could be that simple. Chocolate. I'm gonna get this and correct it. Give me a second. That is this one. Let's see if that works. Nope. Order quantity. That's a number, so that shouldn't be a problem. Product flavor.
Well, try the first string to make sure it's just not dropping through the program and failing.
Try what?
Like the first utterance, is I'd like to order a product type as the last utterance.
Yeah.
So I would like, or send me 2 cups of chocolate and then ice cream.
Vanilla was another one. That's a little easier to spell. Vanilla. Ice cream. Come on. Oh, like here, he says an error has occurred. No usable messages given, blah, blah, blah. So I almost wonder if there is something like in the back end. Yeah. So now this error message has popped up. Like Quick Labs doesn't have the permissions for this user to do these kind of things. I almost wonder if there's a problem like that. Oh, when we got a response from
The last message, I think you're right. It did say something about federated user, right?
Yeah. I heard a beep, so I thought like we got a response from. Oh yeah, we did. Okay, let's see what he says. All right. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. All right. Well, that's enough. Let me up. I've had enough. That one was not that good.
Do you guys see this as being really popular for businesses to do?
So I am like, I loathe bots. I loathe them, and I often will say, like, if they're, just to tell them, I'll say, like, hey, what is 2 plus 2, or do something like that, and to see if the bot can parse it, right? And that's why I'm no longer with Verizon, because Verizon, every time you call in, they send you on a bot, and so I'm not a big fan of them. You can't speak to a human, But
well, I guess when I look at this, I mean, I went through this with Watson too, right?
Yeah.
And it seems like an incredible amount of setup and road mapping to hope that customers who you're trying to keep and fulfill are going to use the right terminology to get through the pipeline. And then, my operations research experience tells me that, companies, they set up repeatable business processes, and 80% of the workload inside of the company is actually handling the 20% of the things that fall outside of whatever processes they configure as repeatable. Because those are all the exceptions, right? Yeah. So, I guess from a philosophical and a technical standpoint, and then I know in the natural language itself, aside from the mechanics of English language, which early Bell Labs comm theory says is always going to be 46 to 52% entropic, it just seems like an impossible workload to adequately roadmap a sufficient population of conversations and not have your bot seem like a special needs customer service agent.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that I find interesting is 99% of the time when you use these kind of tools, it'll say, enter your account number, right? Enter your phone number. And you go through and you do all that. And then as soon as you get, like, I'm unable to process your response, transferring you to an operator or something, the first thing out of the operator's mouth is, what's your account number? What is your phone number? And I'm like, you just literally wasted 5 minutes of my life earlier and answering all these things, yet you don't have the info that I answered, right? So it's to me, I find it frustrating. And that's why, like, certain tools I am not a customer of, because they've replaced humans with these things.
If you look at AT&T, they run the largest VRU on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? Like when you just call their billing center, and they do use natural language processing, but it's only for routing.
Yeah. Well, I think really what it is we're going to cut down on customer calls by frustrating them to get them to hang up. It's like, what's the best way to save money in a company? Implement checks to gate the money request, right? So the more checks you have on it, the less, it doesn't matter what the request is, you're going to have less of them because you have more checks. You're going to cut it down, right?
That's right.
Same kind of thing with this.
Do you other guys agree with this? Do you think this is kind of just mostly a filter?
I think it is. Yeah.
Either you have to go on hold listening to music for several minutes, or you have to answer bot.
Yeah. We picked the most annoying music for you to listen to because we want you to get off the phone.
I thought these were self-learning, that, I mean, over time they're supposed to improve.
Yeah. Well, in the Watson architecture, this stuff is backed up by a data lake. So it runs a big graph mechanical set of processes under the covers to figure out, how to interpret the the language. And I kind of, I sort of assume that it's not total garbage, but
I think they do get some improvements as people use them and they find that it steers towards a particular topic. They'll pick up those similar phrases and they get added to it. I think we probably could have got that working maybe with this quick lab, but I think since we can't go in and like look at the debugging on what is failing, I think we're kind of gated there. But if we had it, we could add in similar questions like, I would like some cream, and maybe it would determine that as ice cream, right? Or could I have some ice cream or something?
Karen, are you from Amazon, or like have you done all this before?
I have a history with Amazon Web Services. It's actually, I started with them earlier than with Google or anything else. But I haven't went like very deep into it. I just used some basic, like probably like 5 to 10 services as a mainstream, like S3, EC2, and CloudFront, and stuff like this, very basic ones. So yeah, a little bit familiar, but not always all this cool latest stuff which have been added later.
Well, anyway, guys, that's about it for me. So what I'm going to do is I want to part at this point. Next week, I'll try to add some quiz questions relative to Lex. We'll do that next week. And then when Andrew gives his talk on Lex, we can ask him questions and we'll know more about Lex before he gives his talk. That'll be good.
When is this, the talk?
So he hasn't scheduled the talk yet, but he's been here 2 or 3 times talking about that he will make one. And so it's still up in the air.
And it will be in the scope of your community, of your group.
Yeah. He's going to give a AWS talk on Lex for our AWS users group. And you're welcome to stream it if you wish.
That's cool. I think it will be pretty interesting also for our members. So we would love to join you guys.
All right, very good.
Hey, John, I'd just like to tell everybody I'm going to be open up the lunchtime meeting from 12 and close it at 12:15 if nobody comes. And I'm going to do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
All right.
And, I figured I get 3 more weeks before whatever his name was it Curran?
Yeah.
Gets back to us about, what user groups he wants to, he wants to handle all that.
Oh, you're talking about the AWS guy that we met.
Yeah. I figured I didn't want to set up a meeting and appointments and a schedule and everything around something that's likely to change in 30 days,
Yeah.
Which is why I'm just doing the Monday through Thursday, open the meeting thing kind of spot.
Well, that, since we're here, I hate that this is recorded. Are we still recording, Karen?
Yeah, we're still streaming. If you want, I can turn it off.
All right. Well, yeah, let's
Sorry
for a second, and let's just talk about this for a second.
Forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Should I turn it off?
Yeah. So we're ended, but I'll just bring this up here.
Okay, so goodbye everyone who is watching us on the stream. I hope you completed the lab as we did here, and see you next time. Probably we will attend also next week this similar meetup. Bye-bye.